guys, welcome back to Messy and Beautiful. I'm Sarah Jane. Thanks for joining me today for another video. I hope you all had a really good Christmas, whether you spent it with family, with friends, by yourself, whatever you wanted to do. I hope that it worked out the way that you wanted it to. I thought I'd kick off our next set of videos with a planner unboxing. So I am unboxing Just 90 planner from Plan, Inspire, Create. I won a £10 voucher in the Southwest Planner Club online event at the end of November, and to be honest with you, there wasn't a lot of stuff in the shop that I was like, I really need that or I really want that. And I have been looking at this planner for a while, so the minute I won the voucher I was like, it's a sign, get the planner. So I'm going to just get stuck in and I'll talk to you a little bit about it. Oh, there's a little note from Emma. Congrats for winning the raffle. Lots of love from Emma. Thanks, Emma. This is lovely. I'm really pleased that I won your giveaway. Like I say, I felt like it was a bit of a sign for me that I should go ahead and buy this. So if you know my history, I actually follow the Heart Breathing's HB90 system. I haven't done it for maybe 6 months. Because towards the end of my pregnancy I was really tired and exhausted and just getting ready for baby, and things went out the window, and then obviously newborn phase, and now we're at 3 months old. I'm sort of getting back into the mindset of what can I do next year that's going to help me, and I thought maybe a refresh system. So I'm going to try it out. I'm going to try it out for 90 days and see if it works for me. So it's wrapped nicely in beautiful tissue paper with some cute washi tape that's got like little planners on it, and I'm just going to tear in and get it open. Oh, there is a sticker in here too. Seems to have got a bit crushed. It might have just been where it was jiggled around in the post, to be honest with you, but I'm sure I can still use it. Won't be a problem. The more grateful you are, the more beauty you will see. The box was a bit bashed when it arrived, so you know, never mind, but it's cute anyway. So I will check how much this costs and I'll leave it in the description. I'm going to get rid of the tissue paper. I think it was £20, so I think I only got it for a tenner. But it's A5, I'm pretty sure it's A5 in size, and it's got discs, a bit like a Happy Planner. And then you can pick your colour. I think you can have yellow, pink and blue, and so I went for the bluey colour because I'm not a yellow person and I'm not a pink person. So Just 90 planner. I think the intention is that for 90 days you follow the planner, you set your goals and you follow through with it. So the actual planner itself, I have no idea about the system. I know she's got some YouTube videos about it, but I haven't really watched them in all honesty, just because I've been doing HB90 for so long now. I can't even think how long. Maybe 3 years. So it's kind of the one I've always followed, but I'm a bit rubbish with the actual execution and following through on the plans that I make, as you probably know from being in my channel. So I thought, let's give it a go. I might watch some of her videos as well about setting this up and stuff, because it might help me to go through this planner. But I really want to get stuck into it now so that I'm ready for the 1st of January, maybe the 3rd, when my daughter goes back to nursery. So the first page, let's go back. So there is a like frosted cover, both front and back, and it is pretty thick. So it does feel like it's quite well protected. And then the next page is the cover sheet that says Just 90 planner, and it's a thick piece of cardstock. It's only 8 discs, so you can't put on like a normal classic size Happy Planner cover because it's not going to fit. You'll have an extra disc at the bottom basically. So it is a different size, and it looks like the holes are shorter than a standard Happy Planner as well. But you can, you know, just take the pages out and put them back in as and when you want to, just like on a Happy Planner. So then the first page is start the habit of asking yourself, does this support the kind of life I want to live? So the first section is vision, and there's a whole introduction about it. I will sit and read through all of this, why you should follow a 90-day plan, a bit about Emma. This is Emma from Plan, Inspire, Create. I recognise her from her videos, and it just tells you a little bit about her. and then your vision. So the first section is about your vision. So I'm assuming that's to do with the vision for your life, and it's similar to HB90 in that way, that you start off by thinking about what you want. So what led you here? There's a space for your notes. The importance of self-care. It's essential that you take care of yourself whilst completing the exercises in this section. Take breaks when you need them and come back to them when you're ready. You may be tempted to try and push through and complete it as quickly as possible, but you're more likely to craft a vision for your life that you truly resonate with if you take the time to process any difficult emotions and decisions that arise. So it talks about self-care, where your life is today, and it's got some like prompt questions so you can journal about it on the next page. Life satisfaction check-in, and it's got the areas of your life. Physical, emotional, home and family, social, community, professional, spirituality and values, financial and passion. Think about your score and then write some notes about it. That's quite similar to something I did in my Working on Your Worth journal, that at some point I may show you. I don't know, I keep saying I will and then I never do. So starting to think differently, what's important to you, how you currently spend your time, dream about your life, what's holding you back, kind of challenging your, I guess, negative thought patterns. So let's flip the script, crafting your vision, and then there's some quote pages as well. How your life feels is more important than how it looks. This paper as well is super smooth. It's really, really nice. It feels like it's going to be really nice to write on. I don't know how it's going to hold up with different pens, but it seems to me like the sort of thing that I write in, like a gel pen or something, is probably going to be quite nice. Hopefully it won't just smudge, but I'll test it out and maybe leave some comments in the description about it when I get round to actually filling this in. And then it's got a little section of the 8 areas of your life, your vision. I'm assuming you could use this as like a vision board type thing. And then there's a blank page. And then the next section is your goals. So let's choose your goals, and it talks about how to set your goals, what you need to do. Another quote page. So there's some examples of how to set goals as well. Choosing what to focus on, what makes a good goal, consider the costs. Then your first goal, how will you know when you've completed it? How will it move me closer to my vision? What can happen if I don't achieve it? This will impact upon which area and the following projects, and I will focus on 2 or 3 projects to move me towards that goal. And I'm guessing, yeah, goal 2, goal 3, optional. Goals 1, 2 and 3 is very similar to HB90, and actually thinking about how it's going to move you forward to your vision is also very similar. I'm sure a lot of productivity type courses and planners have similar type things in them. I'm just comparing it to that because that's the one I've got experience of. So your projects, then it talks about breaking down your projects into actions and habits. So whether you need to take action, what your actions need to be, there's a section for that. And there's also a section of habits. And you can think about when and how often, your deadlines, your start and end date. You can talk about your project description. And then it's got a whole set of plans for how to fill this in. And actually, there's a lot of these, which is really helpful because if you're doing 2 or 3 per goal, you need quite a lot of these pages. The other thing I will say is that I know that she sells refill packs for this. So every 90 days, you don't have to go and buy a brand new planner. You can just go and buy the refill packs, which I think is a really good idea. I'm not sponsored by her. I'm not endorsed by her. This is just purely me talking about this particular planner. So then list all of the things that you want and need to do and include your current commitments because you're thinking about how it's going to work in practice. This is okay. So this is like your week and how your normal week looks and where you're going to fit all of this stuff in. And it gives you guidance and tips on how to fill it in, what might get in the way, and then more visualization, your vision. So this could be your vision board pages just for, you know, exactly what you envisage your goals are going to be. And then it's separated into blocks 1, 2 and 3. I'm assuming that's 30 days, 30 days and 30 days. So I'm guessing that these are all very similar sections. So the importance of planning up front, think about it as just 90 days. That's the whole point of the planner, is that it's 90 days to change those actions, habits and things to move you towards your goal. The one thing that this takes into consideration that the HB90 planner doesn't, I mean, that is geared towards authors, that was the intention of it, but I know I've never used it in that capacity. But this one seems to focus a little bit on habits and how your habits are going to impact upon moving towards your goals as well, rather than just these action steps, these tasks I can complete. And then you've got a key dates list, which is helpful because actually that will be like, you know, I've only got to get to whichever date, which looks pretty cool. So then block 1. What projects will I be focusing on? What do I have hoped to have achieved? What key milestones? Do I have any fears? How do I overcome them? What excites me? And then block 2, what you'll be focusing on, and block 3. So this is planning out those blocks 1, 2 and 3 to start off with. And then you've got a list of actions and habits that you can follow for each week. So week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. And then end of block check-in. So this is a similar thing as well. So HB90, you get weekly reviews and then a monthly review, and then you get a quarterly review at the end of it. So this one seems that after the first month you get a review, which for me is probably better, because trying to do a weekly review every single week on top of planning and everything else that I do, even just in my general day-to-day life, you know, being a mum to 2 kids, running a house, like... I'm on maternity leave at the moment, but normally when I've got a job and all of this stuff, the Etsy shop, the YouTube channel, like it just gets a bit much trying to sit down every single week and going, right, this is what went well, this is what didn't go well, this is what I've still got to do, blah, blah, blah. Like sometimes you just need to get on with it and see how things go. So I quite like actually that there is an end of block check-in rather than, you know, week by week. So that's something that's a little bit different about this, as well as the habits and thinking about that. So then block 2, a bit of encouragement, and again similar questions. What excites me about my plans? How do I overcome fears? There's a bit of like, fluffy paper. And then block 3, what I'll be focusing on. So you can think about how far you came in block 1, and then move on to blocks 2 and 3 and kind of roughly plan them out. Then you've got all the different weeks again for the actions and the habits and what you're going to do. And then another end of block check-in. And then block 3 are these dividers as well. They are the same card for the cover. Not the plastic cover, but the cardboard cover. I like the basic pattern. I probably will put stickers and things in here just to jazz it up a little bit, because that's the way I like to plan. But if you're a bit more of a minimalist planner, then this will suit you as well. Particularly in these colours. I'm not sure it's blue. I think it's actually grey rather than being a blue planner. And each of them, the tabs have all got like a plastic coating on them as well, so they're not going to get too tatty, which I quite like. It won't fit in one of my Happy Planner covers. It might fit in an A5 if you have like an A5 notebook cover maybe, because it looks like it's A5 size, but the cover looks wider and the dividers look wider. Now I'm looking at it, I think the paper is A5, but the other stuff isn't. So that's maybe one of the considerations if that's your thing. So block 3, congratulations. Think about what you've achieved, how proud are you of what you've done, and refocus your attention back on what you want to achieve. Block 3 again, so you're revisiting what you've done at the end of block 2, looking forward to block 3 and what you're going to be doing. And then you've got all the different weeks. And then it's a shame there's not another divider. So there's a quote page and then you go into the evaluation. I almost feel like the evaluation should be a separate section at the back, because then that's looking at the whole 90 days rather than just block 3. But that's how she's done it. I'm assuming because the number of dividers fits quite nicely, rather than having then just an extra divider at the top. And it's then easier because of course you've got to then have 2 like stacked up on top of each other, if that makes sense. So I'm a little bit disappointed about that. I might just put like a tab at the top or something, just to try and separate that from the other parts of the planner. So then evaluate. You've completed 84 days. Let's look over and do the evaluation. So the evaluation is actually part of the 90 days as well. That is different and that is helpful, because then you've got this time to look back, think about what you're doing before, and move on to plan the next stage if you want to continue to follow it or adjust it however for you want to. So then you're looking at the reflections. So what your first goal was, what did you achieve, what lessons have I learned, basically, and you've got that for goals 1, 2 and 3. And then you've got a 90-day check-in. So what progress have you made towards your vision? What are you most proud of? And it gives you some prompts as to what you've got to think about moving forward. And then you can do another life satisfaction check-in, so you can compare it to the beginning and be like, I have come this far. And it's about that positivity. And then what can you do next? She talks about the refill packs. There's also a reset pack once per year, which allows you to recomplete section 1. Oh, right, so you can do your vision like once a year if you want to buy the reset pack. They're both available at our website, and if you've got any questions, contact her. And then this is the back cover that's just got her copyright in there. And then it's just the back cover and the frosted cover. So that is a very, very, very quick rundown of the Just 90 planner. I am going to be trying to give this a go in Q1 of 2023. And I'm going to try over the next few days to sit down and fill some of it in. So if I've got any particular thoughts about it, then I will either leave it in the description or I will update you in my next video maybe. Because I am going to be doing a planner lineup. I don't know whether to do it like my normal planner lineups or not. And I'm still kind of thinking about the process and what I actually want to use for next year and which planner is going to be for which. Because until Christmas was over, I did not have the brain capacity to try and think about my planning and my planning setup. So I've now got that headspace. I've also now got a week of no plans, like other than looking after my kids and running my house. We are not going here, there and everywhere and trying to see family and trying to meet up with friends and, you know, Christmas activities and all this stuff. We've just got like a week at home. My daughter's got loads of new toys to play with as well, so it will give me chance just to take a breath and go, this is what I want to do in 2023, get my stuff sorted together. And once I've come up with that lineup, then I will come on and share it with you. I will try and share some planner setups as well, but a lot of that is subject to memory capacity of video recordings. So we will just have to see how it goes. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed looking at this planner with me briefly. If you've got any questions or any comments or anything, let me know. If there's anything you'd like to see from my channel as well, let me know, because I can try and factor that in my planning for the next 12 months. And I say it all the time, I'm going to try and be more consistent, but who knows where life will take me, because this time last year I said the same thing and then I got pregnant. So that's life. But just let me know, because I love to chat to people as well, and it's always nice to have someone talk back at me rather than me just chat to you guys and then you go, take a breath, Sarah, because my goodness, can you talk? Hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed this and you want to see more from me. I'd love to have you back. I hope you enjoy the next bit between Christmas and New Year that's kind of more relaxed and chilled, and that it is more relaxed and chilled for you, and you just get to enjoy a bit of time, maybe a bit more self-care, that kind of thing. Thank you again. Take care. Bye.